Hello everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. Hope you guys are all doing well. Now, Liverpool have just made a bid for Alexander Isak worth up to 110 million pounds. Now, at the time of recording, the bid has been rejected, and Liverpool are not intending, or well, don't have any intentions to make a second bid unless Newcastle change the stance or unless they get encouragement from Newcastle. And Liverpool this season, this is a unprecedented transfer window. And as an Arsenal fan, look, I'm not here to glaze Liverpool or just say they're the best team in the world. But one thing they have shown me this season is that they are serious. Liverpool are a serious club. They Liverpool fans have had similar complaints to Arsenal fans in terms of ownership. It always felt like when Liverpool were just a brink of actually winning something major, the ownership didn't invest, or when they didn't, even when they did win trophies, the ownership never invested. So the success period was quite short, and something similar to Arsenal. But this season, I think the Liverpool ownership, their hierarchy, have clearly learned lessons from the past. So you can't just sit there, you can't get complacent, and it just shows from this transfer window. Liverpool, if they do sign Isak, which for me I do think they will take the transfer window to 500 million pounds, which is unprecedented. It would probably be the most amount ever spent by a single club in a single transfer window, which is crazy. And this is Liverpool we're talking about. We're not talking about Manchester City. We're not talking about Chelsea. We are talking about Liverpool. And as a Liverpool fan, you should be excited. A lot of Liverpool fans should be excited because it shows clear intent. It shows clear intent that it's not just about winning now. It's about winning for the next 5-10 years. It's about creating a legacy, a dynasty. That's what Liverpool's intention, and looks like that's something they're trying to do with the amount of spending they're doing. They're not just spending. They're just not spending on any random players. They're not just spending on a 20-year-old or 5 20-year-olds or 6 23-year-olds. They are spending their money on ready-made players. And if they're not ready-made players, just maybe 1 year off from reaching, good, almost world-class status. That's the type of signings they are making. When you look at what they've done, they've signed Frimpong, signed that Bournemouth left back, I forgot his name. They signed Ekatike. Then they've signed who else? Wirtz. 4 players already. 4 players that get into the starting 11 already. Then they've also signed. They're looking to sign Isak. That's 5 players. That's crazy. And the thing about all those signings are players that get into the team. That's the crazy thing. Also, on the other hand, we've signed a few players, but not all of them get into our starting 11. Whilst they, on the other hand, even though they've won the league, even though the gap was big enough, they are spending more. And all these players get into the starting 11. And the question is, are Liverpool favourites for the league? I mean, if they sign Isak, how can you disagree? How can you not say Liverpool are favourites for the league? And the gap was big enough, but this spending and what they're doing is just making the gap even bigger. And it shows clear intent of ambition. This isn't something I ever expected Liverpool to do. In my, growing up, even in the last few years, I've always seen Liverpool in terms of spending and ownership. They've always, similar to Arsenal, tried going cheap. They've here and there, they did do some big signings, but they're such a well-run club. And I think it's something Arsenal need to learn from. The way they can sell players. I'm seeing here today, they're trying to sell Morton, whoever he is, for another 15 million pounds. We can't even sell Zinchenko for 10 million pounds, and they're selling Morton for 15. They sell Luis Diaz for 70 million euros. 70 million euros. If Arsenal can't even sell Trossard for 25 million pounds, and Trossard, I know Luis Diaz is the better player, but Trossard is equally as good as Luis Diaz, and we can't even sell him off for 20 million pounds. So it just shows you that there are levels to this game, unfortunately. And also, we've always been bad at selling players. You look at Liverpool, these lot can sell players. The way they can get money. They are a very, very, well-run club. What happens in the future in terms of the spending, who knows? This could potentially be a one-off window. Maybe they spend a lot of money now, and then in the next few seasons, they go cheap. But who cares? As a Liverpool fan, why should you care? You're creating a dynasty. But at the same time, Liverpool fans, when you look at your team, I think you do need a few more signings, actually. I do think you potentially need another centre-back, and I do think you need another defensive midfielder. I know you have Endo, but Gravenberch and McAllister, who are your number 6s, it's only them two. And the amount of games you're going to play next season, I do think it would have been wise if you probably signed another centre-back or another defensive midfielder. I know there were links with Gay at one point. It did look like they were going to sign Gay, but it did go quiet. And now Gay looks like he's going to stay. So Who knows what's going to happen with that? Maybe Liverpool might come in for a game near the end of the window. Maybe it's one of those bids that come at the end. But I do think Liverpool will probably need at least one more centre back or at least a defensive midfielder. I think they're very thin on that area. But look, man, in terms of Isak, is he going to leave? Who knows? Probably. I do still think he's going to leave. I'm quite certain he will leave, even though Newcastle have rejected this bid. I do think it's only a matter of time till the second bid comes in. I think Newcastle are probably going to try to sign a replacement, and once they sign that replacement, then you will probably see Isak go. Because right now Isak's got AWOL. He's not showed up to training. He's shown his clear intention is to leave Newcastle, and he's unsettled there. He is not playing. We're probably not going to see him. I mean, Newcastle fans are probably not going to see him for a single preseason game until this gets resolved. And the only way this does get resolved is either Newcastle don't sign a replacement or they do. Who knows? Who really knows? But I do think Newcastle are going to have to sign a replacement because they don't want to keep an unhappy player. I mean, if Isak was still playing, if you're showing up for training, this is a different story. But he's gone completely AWOL. He's not showing up. He's not done anything. And he is very unsettled. So I do see this deal in the next few days getting wrapped up. I do see Newcastle probably advancing on maybe a Sesko, who I think would be the perfect match for them. And then you will probably see a second bid come for Isak, and then that's him off to Liverpool. And what message does that show to the rest of the club, to the rest of the Premier League? Arsenal, Manchester City, get ready. You need to close the gap as well. If you thought your spending was enough, guess what? You need to spend even more. You cannot let Liverpool have Ekitike, Isak, and Mohamed Salah. Whilst you, on the other hand, Arsenal, our left-hand side is dysfunctional. Like, you can't enter the season, expect to win the league with the type of signings we've made. So you should just only push Arsenal and other clubs to do more transfers, because as it stands now, Liverpool are favourites for the title. Even without Isak, they're still favourites. But yeah, that's just my thoughts. Let me know in the comments what you think. Do you think Isak will probably end up going Liverpool? Let me know. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.